But Michael, I wonder whether behind it all, the government does know that if the coalition does ever get itself into some shape, which doesn't seem imminent anytime soon, they might be in trouble, because the tension today really turned into a nastiness I haven't seen for quite a while in question time. First with the Treasurer accusing opposition leader Susan Lee of lying, and then the opposition calling the Prime Minister a liar. Have a listen.
It gives me a welcome opportunity to point out an egregious lie that was being pushed around the gallery this morning on morning media by the Leader of the Opposition. And the Leader of the Opposition said, completely untruthfully, dishonestly, that the Reserve Bank yesterday called out the government's spendings.
You are hopeless and a liar, lying to the Australian people. If lying is in order, then lying is in order. This is a liar. A liar. That's what we're debating.
Michael Costa, both sides withdrew their allegations there. What is this telling us, though, about the contest right now?
Well, I think there could be a contest. Look, again, the point I just made, didn't Chalmers look rattled there? I mean, you know, he's got a very technical point, saying that the RBA didn't say there was a connection with the inflation and the government spending. But everybody else will tell you in the economy there is a direct correlation between the two events. And, you know, you can't deny that. That's just a technical debating point. Look, the opposition, I think, can hold the government to account, but net zero alone, Andrew, is not going to deliver this. You know, they can jettison net zero, but they're talking about jettisoning a policy that wasn't going to come into effect until 2050. And if they don't come up with something concrete in between, they've got real problems. What they should do, I think, is look at pegging prices of power to the inflation rate and have a program of putting gas power and keeping our coal-fired generators operating, and announce that. And, you know, give a commitment that they're going to do that. In addition, they need to do something with the budget spending. They need to identify where they're going to cut waste. You know, it's not a magic bullet dropping the commitment to net zero. They need to also look at the labour market. Are they going to put reforms back in to give us a competitive labour market? All of those things need to be part of the mix.
Cameron, I very much agree with Michael's point that there's going to have to be a real suite of economic policies, which there weren't before, from the opposition, economic policies. But sticking with net zero, just on that alone, because that's the big topic that's tearing them apart at the moment, can it win the public debate if it scraps net zero, when it will then be fighting Labor, the Greens, the Teals, the media, the ABC, the climate industry and the elites?
Well, yes, I think they can, Andrew, because Peter Dutton did it with The Voice. Remember the elites lined up against on Albo's side saying, oh, of course you have to say yes to The Voice. And then finally the National Party broke. And then Queensland, my home state, broke as well. And then the rest of the nation followed 6 months later. So Peter Dutton has absolutely shown the way you can actually stand up to this wokeism, this green elitism that's going on in our body politic at the moment. But you need a leader as strong as Peter Dutton. And Susan Lee sure ain't that.
Well, that then switches our focus to the leadership, but I'll talk about that later in the show. Michael Costa, Cameron Milner, thank you very much to you both.
Thank you.